Well, I felt as though he didn't pay me because he just took advantage of the fact that we're related and he felt he could just not pay me.
I agree with you.
Well, Your Honor, when I got the car, I agree. I should have checked out the car, but I took it off face value. This is my sister. We've been together all of our lives. And honest,
You know, do you understand that? Do you understand? I don't care about any of this. You want...
My sister's a liar. She's been a liar since we were kids.
Ms. Harrell, this is your brother.
Yes.
You had a 2019 BMW 330i, which you purchased in 2021. So you
Yes.
purchased it used.
Yes.
And you were having a discussion with your brother. I assume he was visiting you.
Yes.
And you live where?
Michigan.
And he lives where?
Washington, D.C.
Okay. He was visiting you and you were discussing the car. He had evidently, according to you, had a BMW before. He no longer had it. He was saying how he missed a BMW. And you were interested in getting a new car. So you discussed with him selling him the car, and you negotiated a price with him, according to you, which was him paying off the loan on the car, which I think left on the car was something like $23,000.
$23,338. It was his recommendation to purchase the car.
Whatever. He agreed to purchase. You didn't twist his arm. I'm just talking about money now.
Yeah.
$23,338 was left. According to you, according to your complaint, he agreed to pay off the remaining balance of $23,000. That's what you wrote in your complaint. Now, $23,338, $23,000. Now, according to what I've read, he could only get a loan for $20,000, and you did, in fact, use that amount to pay off your car.
Yes.
He, therefore, still owed you $3,000.
Yes.
But he was unable to get, according to him, and according to you, the loan for the full amount.
Yes.
He flew to where you live to pick up the car.
Yes.
And was going to drive it back to Washington, D.C.
Yes.
When he got there, he didn't have the $3,000.
Correct.
You insisted on payment. He made a payment to you of $1,000.
Yes.
Leaving a balance of $2,000.
Correct.
Which he was supposed to pay. Your lawsuit seeks that $2,000 plus money that you believe you're owed, and certainly if he drove cross-country with your car and didn't pay tolls, went through the tolls, and you have those bills, you would be responsible for that, correct, sir?
correct.
Plus the tolls, and the tolls were how much?
1,000 and...
That you have proof of?
Yes, I have proof here.
Well, how much were they?
$1,200.
So in total, $3,200. And sort of reading in between the lines, Mr. Harrell, what you say is, I only agreed to give her $20,000 to pay off the car. She was going to eat the other $3,000. But then you put in a caveat. In addition, you say once you got the car home, you realized there were some dings in the car.
Correct.
That you hadn't seen. Well, whose fault is that? My fault? Her fault? You had an opportunity to look at the car, right?
I did not.
What do you mean you did not?
Well, the car was covered in snow.
Well,
Once I got to
whose fault is that? You get a brush and brush it off.
Well, that's the thing. It took me about 2 hours to defrost the car. It was,
Yeah,
dead
you're
winter
talking about when you agreed to buy it or when you went to pick it up?
when I went to pick it up.
I'm not talking about when you went to pick it up. You were at her house when you agreed to buy it.
That's true.
Well, then look at it.
Well, I did look at it. It was, again,
What I'm telling you is, if there's anything wrong with the car, you're buying an old car, you're buying it as is. That's it. I read your answer. There was sort of a suggestion there. Well, I had to fly cross country to get it, and then I found some things wrong with it once I got it home. And what does that have to do with her?
Well, I was under the impression that the car
I
was
don't
in
care what your
tip-top shape.
impression was.
Okay.
Now I'm going to go over to Sarah. Sarah, it's really not totally germane to this case because what he agreed to was to pay off the loan on the car, if I believe the plaintiff, which I do. What is the value of that car?
So based on 50,000 miles, because I'm not sure how many miles, it's between 20,700 and 23,500. So the loan amount seems right in the middle.
Okay. So far, did I outline your case?
Yes.
Is there anything that you want to add to the outline that I did of your case? Is there anything that you want to add to the outline that I did of your case?
I do. He promised to pay me the money. However, when he came to Michigan to get the car, he told me that you know, he had trips coming up and everything, so he wasn't able to give me
What
the money
kind of
right then.
trips? What-
Well, he's been across the country like 3 times, South Africa, Paris,
Trips coming up for what?
leisure, personal.
Why would he say that to you instead of paying you for the car? He'd say, "You mean I'm going on vacation, I can't pay you?" Is that what he said to you?
Basically,
Not basically. You know, that,
Pretty
I
much.
find that hard because he seems like an intelligent person. I can understand if he said to you, "Sis, I have a hospital bill that I have to pay. I'm behind on my child support. I'm behind on my mortgage payment. Can you wait for a while?" But if he tells you, "I'm going to Paris, I can't pay you," that sounds a little ridiculous.
I have proof of
Let
the
me see.
trips.
Doesn't that sound
I think
ridiculous?
she said she has proof that he went on the trips, not he
I
told
don't
her
care
that.
if we went on the trips or not,
Oh,
madam.
okay. Well, no, I don't.
That's all you wanted to tell me?
Just basically,
Not basically. I don't want to hear the word basically.
Sorry.
Basically is a filler word, like.
Well, I felt as though he didn't pay me because he just took advantage of the fact that we're related and he felt he could just not pay me.
I agree with you. Convince me otherwise.
Well, Your Honor, when I got the car, I agree. I should have checked out the car, but I took it off face value. This is my sister. We've been together all of our lives. And honestly,
You know, do you understand that? Do you understand? I don't care about any of this. You want to go discuss that with a psychiatrist. Me, I want to know how much did you agree to pay her for the car? Look at me. That's your sister.
Of course.
We're talking about a couple of $1,000s. If you've been together all of your life, sir,
Yeah.
how much did you agree to pay off of the loan?
I agreed to $21,000, $20,000 to pay off the loan. And here we were.
You just
at
said
our-
20. You
I'm
just said,
sorry.
Mr. Harrell,
My
$21,000. You wanna-
apologies. We were at our dining room table. We were having a conversation over dinner, having drinks. I remember saying $21,000.
I have proof.
I know how much the car was worth to me. And I know that I wouldn't have agreed to pay $23,000 for that car. It was a 2019. My car was a lease, which was a 2020. When I turned the lease in, that's why I was interested in buying her car. It was a lot cheaper than mine. And I also just bought a house that within that same year, so that's why I was interested in buying the car. So when I left Detroit, I agreed to pay $20,000 for the vehicle.
You just told me a second ago. Could you read that back with me? Didn't he say he just agreed over the kitchen table to
We
pay
did.
her $21,000? Maybe I didn't hear.
Yes, he said, I remember saying $21,000.
Well, when did that change to 20?
It may have, it was $20,000, and then I gave her another $1,000 when I picked the car up, to total to $21,000.
You just
It's the
testified.
God honest truth.
You just testified so that you were sitting at the table and you agreed to pay her $21,000.
And forgive me, I misspoke. I agreed to pay $20,000, then I gave her another $1,000
For
when I
what?
picked the
What'd
car
you give
up.
her another $1,000 for?
Because when we,
Think fast. Think fast. Gotta think fast. What'd you agree to give her another $1,000 for?
because we had agreed to the $21,000.
No, we didn't.
Just a second. Can I see what you...
I have documents as well, Your Honor.
Here's
I'm
proof.
going to look at them, sir. What is that? You have to pay the remaining balance today. What is the remaining balance? $3,338. He answers, so I pay $1,000 and you pay the rest. That's him saying to you, so I pay $1,000.
So I had another deal worked in for another car. The only reason I was able to get another new car was that they would show that that BMW was fully paid off in full. So I transferred funds so that my deal can go through. He had already submitted a check to BMW for $20,000. So in order for me to get my car, I had to pay the remainder. And that was our agreement. When he came to get the car, he'll pay the rest.
May I see what he has, please?
Well, here's the most important.
Don't show me a lot of stuff now. I'm not asking for it. I'm asking you for specifically. Specifically, you said you had proof that your deal was for $20,000. This is nothing. This is $20,000. That we agree that that was the amount of the loan that you could get.
Yes.
20. So, and agree that you paid another 1,000.
Correct.
Got it. That's not the issue. Where does this show? Could you show this to him? I don't understand what you're showing this to me for. What are you showing that to me for?
So this is me asking her if the title came. What took long to get the plates for the car is that I didn't have a title for about a month, and I was driving, and that's where I received the tickets in Washington, D.C. So this is very important.
Just a second. I asked you to show me proof that the agreement was for $20,000. You showed me nothing.
Okay. Again, we had a conversation over dinner.
Well, she showed me. So far, you owe her $2,000 remaining on the balance. Now I'm going to see the tolls.
These are the tolls, and this is the agreement, because every time I received a bill, I sent them to him via text message, and he agreed that he was going to pay them, and this is the proof of our conversation.
$2,000 remaining on the balance. Now I'm going to see the tolls.
These are the tolls, and this is the agreement, and he agreed that he was going to pay them, and this is the proof of our conversation.
Sarah, you add these up, please, for me. What were you doing parking in a bus zone?
Your Honor,
What were you doing parking in a bus zone?
Your Honor, I work and live in downtown Washington, D.C. So it's really, parking is terrible there. So I got out of the car to put my groceries in my house and then got back in the car. But before I could get back in the car, I had already got a ticket.
Well, why is that her fault?
Well, it's not her fault.
Good.
And I think that it's not her fault.
She didn't do that.
But, Your Honor.
Just a second. She didn't do that. You did that.
I understand that, but Your Honor.
Okay, good. Okay. This is a speeding ticket. She wasn't speeding, was she? That was you.
I don't know what she was doing.
This is in the District of Columbia. She wasn't driving the car in the District of Columbia, was she?
I don't know. I mean, I was driving the car when I had possession of it, but I don't know what she was doing prior to me.
Well, this was in March of 2024, sir.
Oh, so that would have been mine.
That would have been you.
Yes, but
In
I can't
Washington, DC.
I can't take responsibility for what she did prior to me getting the car.
Mr. Harrell, just for my own information, was your sister ever in Washington, D.C. with this BMW? This is what I'm saying, because I just want to show you how ridiculous you sound.
Okay.
Was your sister ever in Washington, D.C. with the car that you now have?
No.
Okay, so why would you even say, I don't know what she was doing with the car in Washington? She was never in Washington with the car. Add it up.
Is this the last?
Well, she
Then
did
we
a lot
have,
of driving, Your Honor.
just a second, what's the date on that, Sarah?
This is 3/18/24.
Well, 3/18, then we go to March 30th. And again, you were speeding.
So there's a lot of speed cameras in D.C. You know, I don't know if you've ever been to the East Coast. There's a lot of speed cameras there, and it's hard to miss those sometimes. It is.
You mean it's hard to weave,
It's hard to
weave and bob around the speed cameras?
It is. It's extremely hard.
My God. So let me understand this, Mr. Harrell. It's the speed camera's fault that you
No,
were speeding.
it's not the
No, I
speed
just
camera.
I'm trying to understand the logic of what you just said to me, sir.
You're right.
Oh. Well, here's another one for parking in a bus lane again.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Again, the bus lane's right in front of my house. I live downtown. So
Just a second. So it's the bus lane's fault. Let me
not the
understand
bus
that
lane's
first.
fault,
It's the
ma'am.
camera's fault.
Your Honor, it's not the bus lane's fault.
Whose fault is it?
Well, it's my fault for.
Perfect. Look at that. Fault. How many siblings are there?
3.
3.
Yes.
Another boy or another girl?
Boy.
How old?
30-something, 32.
How old are you?
I'm 38. I'll be 39.
So you're the oldest?
Yes. May I?
Sure.
Okay. So here's the thing. This is so important that I gave you this to show you me asking her, has the title did the title come to the house so I can register the car in my name?
I don't
She
care.
never responded and told me that if the title had come or not. So it was delayed.
He specifically.
I couldn't get.
Well, just a second. What does that have to do with the price of tea in China? Whether you had the title or not, you were driving the car, you had driven it cross country, you stiffed your sister of $2,000, you sped twice, you sped twice with the car that we know about, you park in a bus lane, you understand that they can't come after you because the car is still registered in her name.
I understand that now.
The car is still registered in her name. Do you have the title now to the car?
I do have the title now to the car.
Did you register it in your name?
I did.
Very good. Then you pay the tolls, $1,200, $3,200. Judgment for the plaintiff. We're finished. Thank you very much.
Well, I'm extremely happy that she sided with me, so I'm ecstatic about it.
Well, I think it was extremely unfair. My sister's a liar. She's been a liar since we were kids.
That's why I had proof. I had proof of everything.
I didn't get an opportunity to speak, to state my case, and I just feel that her evidence was fabricated. I didn't get a chance to look at it.
I was worried at first, and I'm still concerned because it's in my name, and I don't want it to affect my insurance, but I sent everything to him. Now it's going to be paid off, so I'm okay now.
Well, the parking tickets were true, but I don't know about her text messages. I don't know what she showed the judge, so I can't take account for anything that she said.
I may forgive him.
She didn't want to talk to me when I told her I wasn't paying her the money.
Justice was served.
If we never speak again, I'm okay.
Trying to think why he would not pay the additional $2,000-$3,000 that he owed on the car. And the only thing I could come up with is after agreeing to cover the loan for a big sum of $20,000, I think he just thought, you know, I got to go all the way there. I have to get the car. It's covered in snow. I had to drive it all the way home. There was a few dings in it that I wasn't expecting. Let's just call it a wash. You're my sister. Let's call it even. That's really the only explanation I think I or he could have come up with as to why he didn't pay the remaining balance.
Yeah, I think that that's true. I think that he agreed to pay it and didn't have buyer's remorse. He knew the value of the car because he had.
Yeah.
And the Blue Book value of the car is pretty consistent with
right in line.
what the loan was, what the payout of the loan. What he said was it was costing him less, this car was costing him less than his leased car.
Yes.
And he bought a house, whatever, he had other expenses. Anyway, it's so unfortunate when a brother and sister who seem to have a lovely relationship get caught up in business.
Yeah, over a few $1,000s.
Man, this case right here is exactly why people keep saying, do not mix family and money unless everything is crystal clear. Because seriously, Eric's entire defense started falling apart the second he couldn't even stay consistent about how much he agreed to pay. First, it's $21,000. Then suddenly, it's $20,000. Then, the extra $1,000 he gave his sister somehow becomes part of a completely different explanation. Come on, man. If you remember the deal well enough to say your sister is lying, then you should definitely remember whether you agreed to pay $20,000, $21,000, or $23,000. And honestly, I completely agree with Judge Judy on the car damage argument. You bought a used car. From your sister, yes, but still a used car. If there were scratches, dents, or something you didn't like, you inspect the vehicle before you complete the deal. You don't drive it all the way across the country and then suddenly decide, well, I found some dings, so maybe I don't owe the full amount anymore. No. That's not how a deal works. And the part that really got me was the parking tickets and speeding tickets. Sir, you're driving the car in Washington, D.C. You're getting caught speeding. You're parking in a bus lane. And somehow, your sister is supposed to eat those bills because the registration was still in her name. Seriously? And then he starts explaining that there are a lot of speed cameras in D.C. Okay, and? The camera did not press the gas pedal. The bus lane did not force your car into it. That's you? I loved when Judge Judy basically made him admit exactly that. Because sometimes people give 10 explanations instead of saying the easiest sentence in the world. Yeah, that was my mistake. Now, do I think Sha'Keria probably expected some flexibility because this was her brother? Maybe. And do I think Eric probably thought, that's my sister. We're not really going to fight over a couple $1,000s. Absolutely. But that's exactly how family money disputes become ugly. One person thinks it's a business agreement. The other person thinks being family gives them extra breathing room. Then suddenly, nobody is speaking anymore. And over what? A few $1,000s. That's the sad part. These two grew up together. Same family. Whole lifetime of memories. And now they're standing in court arguing over a BMW balance and speeding tickets. That is crazy. But legally, I'm with the judge. If you agreed to buy the car, pay for the car. If you got the tickets, pay the tickets. Being somebody's brother is not a discount code. And another thing, once Eric started saying his sister had been a liar since childhood, I was like, okay, now we're not even talking about the car anymore. That sounds like years of sibling resentment coming out because you lost the case. If you truly believed she was that dishonest your entire life, why would you buy a $20,000 car from her without a written agreement? Exactly. You can't have it both ways. You can't say, I trusted her because she's my sister, and 5 minutes later say, she's always been a liar. Pick one. So yeah, for me, Judge Judy got this one right. Eric owed the remaining money. Those tickets were his. Those tolls were his. Pay your sister and move on. Because losing a sibling relationship over a car is honestly way more expensive than the $3,200 judgment. Guys, let me know in the comments. Do you agree with Judge Judy, or do you think Eric actually had a fair argument about the price of the BMW? And if you enjoy these courtroom reactions and want to support the channel, make sure you like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications. It really helps the channel grow, and I appreciate every single one of you watching.